Pointed not about the amount, because I think it's a good amount, but that the people who actually need to hear this, the Fox News viewers, won't get to hear it because it's monitored. We checked the Fox News website last night. There was no mention of it on their homepage. The article they do have written doesn't even say how much money Fox is paying. So who actually wins here?
It's interesting.
Well, the fact that they were able to settle means that, yeah, they don't have to acknowledge anything whatsoever, and they can brush it underneath the rug. Who wins? Well, Fox kind of wins, since they're honestly not punished. But Smartmatic is still looking to get their pound of flesh from Fox.
I actually was sitting next to a Fox News reporter in court, and I was watching them diligently take notes. And just having them be in court, to me, felt like a little bit of a level of accountability. Their media analyst, Howie Kurtz, did end up covering it towards the end of the trial. He said in the beginning he wasn't allowed to. But to your point about not making an apology, you know, the thing that actually makes me more upset is they don't have to issue any corrections or any retractions. In a journalistic entity, if I get something wrong, I have to correct it. That's the way that it goes. But, you know, to your point about what are the broader implications here, you have to remember, Fox is facing many defamation suits. It's not just Dominion. They have a suit from Smartmatic. They also have a suit with one of their own producers that's suing them, claiming that they misled her during testimony. And so what happens is when you settle a case like this, you're setting a precedent for how you legally are going to likely need to handle all of the other cases. In this case, we know that what they're willing to do is pay up in order to make sure their execs never have to face a trial. You can best believe that Smartmatic, who's, by the way, their lawsuit is much bigger than Dominion's, is going to leverage the discovery that they found during the Dominion hearing to strengthen their case. And they're going to leverage the fact that Fox just made a huge payout to a different competitor when they're trying to negotiate for their settlement, if they do.
Poppy, we've all been here before, and I mean, not a lot, but where we've had to go on air and say, even if we didn't do it, we're sorry, we regret the mistake, we apologize, whatever, and we correct it and move on. They don't.
And viewers don't care, by the way. Like, viewers don't care. If you get something wrong, it builds credibility to own your mistake.
Great point. Ken, can we talk about Smartmatic too?
Fox News viewers are just gonna, you know, wrap it up into some kind of conspiracy as to why Dominion won and why Fox News settled, and still that the election was a lie.
$1.7 billion defamation lawsuit. To Sarah's point, their attorney essentially said yesterday, we got all this discovery from Dominion, we're going to use that. So you think this case settles as well?
So Smartmatic's lagging behind. They were appealed, I think. They were in New York, and you get an intermediate appellate right immediately on any motion there. So their discovery, I think, is just starting. But there's no way they're not going to capitalize on what's out there. And interesting point, because Sarah brought up the Abby Grossberg tapes, right?
That the producer.
Right? And think about this, because this dawned on me when you asked what's going on. The special master appointment occurs yesterday afternoon. I believe Judge Davis rules on this. Shortly thereafter, we get the settlement announcement. And I'm wondering how deep those tapes go and what's in there. So they've got a treasure trove here. Now, listen, whether it's admissible in their case or not, it's a different issue. But at the very least, it's going to give them a very broad set of boundaries to design and attack on their own discovery front. And there's just no way that it doesn't help them immensely. It's honestly like having